For some special individuals, the journey of a professional hockey career begins before they can even walk. A passion for the game is ignited in its purest form. The road isn't easy, and there are many paths one can take to get there. But it is through passion, work ethic, and raw talent that these few players will succeed. Over the next few months, we'll be following the journey of 8 draft-eligible prospects as they embark on an unfamiliar path towards the ultimate goal of being drafted by a National Hockey League team. Octagon Hockey and Gong Show Gear present The Road.
Hey, I've been rolling with the punches. Hey, I've been rolling with the punches.
I'm Logan Brown. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I play for the Windsor Spitfires.
I'm Jakob Chychrun. I'm from Boca Raton, Florida, and I play for the Sarnia Sting.
I'm Boris Katchouk. I play on the Sault Greyhounds, and I'm from Waterloo, Ontario.
My name is Logan Stanley. I play for the Windsor Spitfires, and I'm from Waterloo, Ontario.
Luke Green from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I play for the St. John Sea Dogs.
I'm Pascal Laberge. I'm from Saint Martin, Montreal, and I'm playing for the Victoriaville Tigers in the Q.
Behind a long list of characteristics that define a player's ability on the ice, there is an interesting story of where they came from and how they got to this point. This group of prospects is no different.
My dad first put me in skates when I was 2 years old. The first skate I did was with Stanley Sea Panther. He's the mascot for the Florida Panthers, and it was a fun way to get introduced to the game, and I think that's what helped me fall in love with it down the road.
My dad really got me going in hockey. He brought me out on the ice when I was just 2 years old, and he told me every lap that I skated, he'd push me around in the chair. So he was always my idol growing up, and I still remember watching his game clips in my basement and telling myself that's where I wanted to be one day.
I think we were low on defensemen when I was younger, and I was a pretty good skater, so they put me back there and just said do your thing, and you're allowed to rush the puck, and they just kind of put me back there. We were low on players.
My dad played all his life. I think he brought home some mini sticks one day, and I just started playing in the living room.
I started with my dad when I was little. He was pushing me on the chair. At this moment, I knew I want to be a hockey player.
My mom, she raised me and 2 other boys in the house. She played both roles, and she skated in the Calgary Olympic Games in 1988. My father passed away when I was 1 year old, but it's the reason why I'm a hockey player today and why she's just such an influence to me in my games.
For 2 years I played in Detroit for the Little Caesars, but I was living in Florida. Every weekend me and my dad would fly to Michigan and play tournaments and games.
In grade 7, I didn't go to the school with my friends. Instead, I went to a private school and played hockey every day, and I became a better hockey player, and I owe a lot of my success to that school.
My dad did a lot of sacrifice. He's a trucker, so he's not making a lot of money. So he had to work harder to make me play my sports. I really appreciate what he did for me.
For these hopeful draft prospects, it is imperative to stand out and make a lasting impression in front of NHL scouts and teams alike. Each prospect draws from their own unique influences who have helped shape them into the players they are today.
I've been alone a long time. I've been alone a long time.
I guess just like everyone else, we're just looking at the big picture, and we want to all play in the NHL. So just trying to be the best you can be every night and try to mold yourself into an NHL player.
When I was young, I started off playing forward. I was a huge Sidney Crosby fan. When I transitioned to defense, I started watching Drew Doughty a lot, and I love his style of play. I like to model my game after his. He's great with the puck, and he takes pride in the D zone, and he's got a little chip on his shoulder too, which I love.
I really like to watch Joe Thornton. I like the way he plays, and it's a methodical way of playing the game, and I like to kind of mimic him and watch him and take the style of game he plays and try and add it into mine.
I'd say Tyler Seguin. He's a skilled player, he's fast, he's flashy, I like him. I'm like more of a hard worker guy with skills, and I can play the body sometimes.
I like to watch a guy like Zdeno Chara, big and mean, and a leader and a Stanley Cup champion.
Every kid looks up to guys in the NHL. Everyone wants to win a Stanley Cup these days. Everyone wants to make an NHL. They want to make the roster. Hopefully that's me one day too.
For every 25,000 hockey players in any given birth year, only 25 will play at least one game in the NHL. These top prospects are close to overcoming these insurmountable odds, but nothing is ever guaranteed, making these next few months very crucial in leading up to the NHL Draft. Our next episode takes us to Vancouver, British Columbia for the CHL Top Prospects Game, where players hope to boost their draft ranking. Will they stay the course on their road to the NHL Draft or derail under pressure? This is The Road